the proportion that's going to appear in your calculator or any chart you have, okay, will be aligned to those proportions. So irrespective of whether you follow the trigonometric methods or the 30-60-90 rules, everything going to be same. That is what we have learned. Other than that, Karishma, was there anything that brought up radicals? I don't remember. There was
no. Other than that, I was pretty clear about everything. The way you explained it was pretty good.
Arya, are you clear? Arya. Okay. I see a different name. I'm not recognizing. Saradhyuti and Sarat. Guys, are you new students joining for a trial class or something? Saradhyuti and Sarat.
No, this is a different computer. This is just Sarah.
Oh, okay, Sarah. Okay. Yeah. I appreciate if you can somehow change your name. It's just okay. Still okay, no problem. Okay. Okay. Now let's take a sample question. It has been given. There is a triangle, okay, PQR, and it is being said that it's a right angled triangle. Okay, it's a right angled triangle. Okay, and also mentioned sine of angle R is equals to 60 degree. No, let's just say angle R equals to 60 degree. Okay, and sine of angle R, sine of angle R is equals to 3/5. And let's take this as 40 degrees, whatever. Or let's not take that information. Sine of angle R is equal to. Then tan of angle P equals to what? This is the whole question. How many of you got this question at least?
I understand the question.
Yes, others?
I understand.
I understand. I understand. I understand.
I understand it.
Now, thank you. Now here is the thing. They have told a right angle triangle. Okay. PQR. This is right angle triangle. Sine of angle R has been given as 3/5. Okay. Sine of R equals to this. Okay. Then what is tan of P? That is the question being asked. Before I proceed on to explain you, I want to ask, like, how many of you has some thought around it?
I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
Jet Harun, please go ahead.
Well, so if we take angle R, the opposite is 3 and the hypotenuse is 5. There's a general rule where, like, if a side is 3 and the other side is 5, you can say that the other side is 4 is called a 3/5 triangle. Or you could use Pythagorean theorem to find that out.
Okay.
But if you want to find the tangent of P, it would be opposite over adjacent.
Very good. Karishma?
Yes, that's what I thought too.
Others? Anybody else?
That's the same
I
thing.
agree.
That's the same thing I did.
So since sine is equals to opposite over hypotenuse and sine of R equals to 3/5, when I'm talking about this angle, I will say this is 3 and this is 5. Okay. If this is 3 and 5, in a right angle triangle, guys, there is no other way for this to be 5 if it is not 4. 3 and 4 and 5 is a combination which will just give you that Pythagoras rule. 3 square plus 4 square becomes 5 square. Am I okay? Or didn't I clarify it well?
You are.
Yes, you're okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So tangent of the angle, okay? Tangent of the angle is equals to tan, we know, is opposite over adjacent. So opposite in this case is 3 and adjacent I know 4, and that should be my answer.
Hmm.
How many of you are kind of agreeing or understood this?
I agree.
I agree.
Wait, aren't you finding tangent of P, not R?
Yeah, you had to find tangent of P.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
just noticed that.
Okay. Anybody
Yeah,
else?
I think it would be
it's
4 over
supposed-
3.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 4/3.
It's 4 over 3, not 3 over.
Yeah.
4 over 3.
Good catch. But there are actually 2 more mistakes in this overall problem. Apart from an overlook that I have solved for tan R instead of tan P, there are actually, technically, there are 2 more problems. Please think over it. Something that has not been probably given a very good clarity on. Something that has been assumed.
We don't know which angle is a 90-degree.
Very good, Purav. Did I specify in this problem that which angle is actually the right angle triangle or which angle is not?
No.
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 Right? So how did I assume that I am talking about R only and it is at the corner? R could be at the top also. If I make the sequence as P, Q, R, okay, then R would be taken place by here. Am I clear? So what is the lesson learned here? This is actually a SAT problem which has come in SAT College Board test paper 9. Okay. It was mentioned there that where is the actual right angle triangle getting formed. I skipped intentionally. So please note, first learning is there is always where is exactly the right angled is will be mentioned, or some figure would be mentioned where exactly is your P, where exactly is your R or whatever. Some concrete information. Okay, we just assumed that things will go like this. Second problem. A trigonometric function has been defined as sine R equals to 3 by 5. Can you also say that sine R is equals to 6 over 10?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you have a ratio, you cannot directly say that this length is 3 or 5. You cannot say, because it could be 6 and 10 also, right? Am I making sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's a ratio that has been provided. So if you do not want to your examiner to get annoyed by this small glitch over here, you should always write, when you have this 3 by 5, you should write it as 3x. That means whatever x is, it can be multiples of it. And this should be 5x. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a very, very common mistakes people do. They take that ratio and they just put it. And they think, yes, I'm done. Ratio is been just given for representation, 3/5. It may not be the exactly the side lengths basically. It could be 6/10 or it could be 9/15. Everything will come down as 3/5. But that may not be the actual length of the sides. So please do not solve it when you are being asked to solve in any exam. Let's say you're giving algebra 2 exam. Let's say you are into like some trigonometry specific exam. Please do not do so. Okay, and also please keep an eye. Instead of 10p, I solved it for 10r. Do not do these kind of mistakes. That's a very common thing that happens while you are doing. Okay, am I making sense? Anybody wants to take a snapshot? Please go ahead. Okay. Okay.
So then what
Now,
would be your answer then for that problem? If you just say 3x, 5x, like what would be
if
your
you
actual
solve
answer?
it, then also you will get the other side as 4x. If you solve that by the Pythagoras rule, it will be 3x, 4x, and 5x. And tan p, for tan p, what is tangent? Tangent is what? Opposite over adjacent. Opposite will be the down step, down one, which is 4x. Adjacent is 3x. So 4/3 is the answer. Am I making sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, sine theta cos theta equals to -half. Okay. Sine theta plus cos theta whole square equals to question mark. If somebody remembers what we have learned in the previous session, he should be able to at least get me some hint. Okay, before we even get to that, how many of you think this is it is not a simple problem? I won't categorize.
I think, yeah, I think like since you taught like this to us in the last class, I think, yeah, I think I can do this.
Yeah, I think I can do it too.
I think it's moderate. I can do it.
I think I can do it.
Moderate. I think it's moderate.
I think I can start it.
Anybody who thinks hard? Ayush.
Yeah, I said like I think it's moderate.
What is your approach? Any thoughts?
Yeah.
What would you do? What would you do in this case? Any thoughts?
Since it's a sin, I actually didn't notice this before, but since it's a sin theta and cos theta is equal to -1/2, I think sin theta plus, I think I remember like
Come back. Purab.
I'm kind of confused, but I think like once I get the first step, I'll know how to do it.
Anaya.
Isn't it just what we did last time, which was like sine sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1?
So that becomes 1.
I think.
Sarah.
Basically what I would do is I would take, since it's a binomial, I would use the formula that you use for when you do that, and then substitute in 1/2 for when you get multiplied sine squared theta and cosine squared theta, and then I'd use the formula
Welcome. Thank you. Anupriya.
Yes.
Yes, madam. Something about this, madam, please.
I know that sine theta plus cosine theta is equal to 1. So I can use that to figure out the question mark.
So it becomes 1 then. 1 square becomes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Danny.
I thought the same thing as her. I
Okay.
thought they were
Latik.
equal too.
Latik.
Yes.
Yes, sir, please. Something.
Kind of confused on this problem.
What was that?
No, I don't quite get it.
You don't quite get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So guys, here is the thing again. There's a bit of learning involved again here. Okay. And I keep giving suggestions to students. That is something like you can consider as a good habit as well as a bad habit. Again, I repeat, basic algebra will not leave you guys. You have to make your basic algebra very, very solid. Some folks has replied sine theta plus cos theta is equals to 1. Okay. Now here is the thing. What the previous formula that we have learned is sine square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. That is what I have given it to you in the previous session. Now some people are thinking sine theta plus cos theta whole square is actually sine square theta plus cos square theta, which is equals to 1, and I am done. Which is also not the case.
I put my answer in the chat because my mic is being weird.
I'm not looking at the chats. Please unmute yourself and call it out. Now, sine square theta plus cos square theta is not the breakup. You have to add 2 sine theta cos theta. Now you'll ask me, sir, why this is so? I will say, please go back to your basic algebra. A plus b whole square is equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab. That is the exact thing I have applied. Are we clear?
Yes.
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 Sine square plus cos square theta was 1 originally. We know this from the formula. I don't have to apply any brain here. Plus 2 multiplied by sine theta cos theta is equals to minus half has already been given. So sine theta cos theta I will put as minus half. 1, 2 to go away, minus 1 becomes 0. B is my answer. Do you think that yes, sir, at least this is a SAT problem? This can come in SAT?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that yes, sir, it is a doable problem now?
Yes.
Yes.
What was the key to this? The key was first important thing, guys. I told you, you have to learn a plus b whole square by heart. You cannot do mistake in that. Even in the dreams, if somebody asks you a plus b whole square, it should not be a mistake. You cannot do mistake on that piece. You will never be able to get rid of this case. As long as you have studying engineering or in the future, you cannot escape this. Somebody is trying to escape this, please don't do so. Another important formula is a minus b whole square. And another important formula is a square minus b square, which is equals to a plus b multiplied by a minus b. It should be like not just known to you. It should be like as soon as you see it, you can correlate with it. As soon as you see whole square, you have to know that I have to break it like this, not sine square theta plus cos square theta. No mistakes in that area at all. Please be very, very sure. I remember a plus b whole cube by heart. A cube minus b cube also I remember. Okay. I am asking you to remember only these 3. A plus b whole square, a minus b whole square, and a square minus b square. Okay. At least that much has to be very, very sure. And I cannot guarantee this will not come. It may come, guys. I can tell you. Okay. Are we all clear on this question, please? Absolutely clear.
Yes.
Yes.
Right? Absolutely clear on everything.
am.
Okay. Everybody's clear. Okay. Now, I'll give you another question here. Very, very similar to SAT. Very, very similar question. Okay. And I would think in all the directions for this problem. Okay. Which I'm going to write. Okay. And it's up to you how you want to make it easier. Okay. Sine of theta has been given as, no, not sine. CSC theta is given as half. What is tan of theta equals to? Options A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever. I'm not writing it down. Is that a doable problem first?
Yeah, I think it's doable, like moderate to hard.
I find it hard.
Okay.
I think it's doable. It's just taking me a little bit to figure it out.
Okay. Others?
I think
Shreya.
it's doable. We have to know the formulas though.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Sam, we have to know the formulas.
I agree.
Okay. Suhas, Shreya, Jet Harun.
Oh, I already answered.
Okay.
I said that it looks easy, but it's taking me a little bit to remember.
I think it's a little hard.
I think it's doable.
Okay.
I think it's moderate.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Guys, I'll explain you again. This is a problem not just related to algebra. It's playing around trigonometric rules and formulas plus a bit of algebra. Okay. Now, first thing is you have to remember that if you have CSC theta, this is CSC theta. Okay. The first thing that you have to remember is CSC is actually opposite of sine. Can I say that? 1 by sine theta equals to half.
Yeah.
Yes.
So first important thing is if you have reciprocals given it to you, try to come to like sine, cos and tan. It's easier to manage. Just easier. People are not very convenient in reciprocals. Okay. So try to come to easier ones, which is sine, cos and tan. Okay. Now, one important thing is if sine of theta, what this is there, then I can simply write it as sine theta equals to 2. Can I do that?
Yes.
Yes.
Simple algebra.
Yes.
Tan theta I told you, and we discussed tan theta is equals to sine theta by cos theta.
Yeah.
Is it so?
Yes.
Yes.
Sine theta I have got already from here as 2. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
One formula I also learned, sine square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. So can I say this cos theta relationship is 1 minus sine square theta root over?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this cos theta I can write it as 1 minus sine square theta root over. Is it so?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody who is not following? Abhiram,
I'm following.
Latik,
I'm following.
Did you show how you did that, the roots, like over the 1 minus sine square?
if you subtract both sides by sine square theta, you will get this. And this will be gone. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Squaring square root both sides. This will square root is gone. Square root both sides.
Okay.
Clear now? Now,
Can you
this
please
same
explain that part where you said tan theta equals sin theta over cos theta equals 2 over root 1
Yes.
minus sine square theta?
Okay. So Karishma, tan theta is actually opposite by adjacent, right?
Right?
Sine theta was actually opposite by hypotenuse. And cos theta was
Adjacent.
adjacent over hypotenuse. When you divide this, this becomes opposite over adjacent. And opposite over adjacent is nothing but tan theta.
Oh,
That is why
okay.
this is the formula. This is actually a formula. Tan theta equals to sine theta by cos theta. So this becomes
Right.
2 by 1 minus sine theta. I already got 1 minus 2 square. Is it clear?
Very. Thank you.
Did I get this? Did you all get this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another way of thinking. I gave you a formula cosec square theta minus cot square theta equals to 1. Did I give you that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cosec you already have half. So this becomes half square minus cot square theta equals to 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cot square theta, how many of you say this is going to be 1 plus 1 by 4?
Probably 1 minus 1 by 4.
I think it would be minus 1 plus 1 by 4.
It is 1 by 4 minus 1. Is it okay now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cot square theta equals to minus 3 by 4. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cot square is the inverse of 1 by tan. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I make it inverse, tan of tan square theta equals to 4 by 3 minus,
Yes.
Yes.
and tan of theta equals to root over of minus 4 by 3.
Yes.
Yes.
Am I making sense?
Yes.
Yes.
So how you want to calculate, how you want to bring it up is totally up to you. Okay, you are going to get the same result. And if you think 2 will be out and this will become minus 1 by 1 over minus 3. And if you think about this one also, this is 2 over root over of minus 3. Both have the same value. Are we in sync?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Are we getting a feel of how this is all working inside?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And guys, let me tell you, you would be able to solve this on your own only when your basic algebra is good. Otherwise, not going to happen. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope everybody followed. Does anybody has any questions till now? Does anybody has any question?
Can I take a screenshot of this?
Yes, just hold on a second. Anybody has any questions? Anybody? Okay, so we did follow how to play around this trigonometric functions, yes?
Yes.
Okay, are we getting some sense of like how do we actually play around this whole trigo functions and like, you know, how to apply the logic and all? Apply the sine theta, cos theta logic and everything?
Almost.
Okay, okay. Okay, guys, now let me see if I have some very good question here to bring up. If it is not, then I have to jump on to, no, this is not the question. No. Yes, this is the question I was talking about. See, the information has been given as right angled at Q. Okay, so this we solved in the first case. It is in your SAT College Board Practice Test 9. Okay, so these kind of questions you are going to face. Now, this is something we need to learn. Okay, this is going to be a little tough area. Okay, this is something we can try to solve.
Oh, can I take the screen? I get the screenshot. I think I didn't take it before.
Please take the snapshot. Please take the screenshot. We'll come back. Okay, I do want to cover the quadrant rules today. So rest upcoming 20 minutes are very, you should pay full attention for the next 20 minutes or maybe more than 20 minutes, little bit more than 20 minutes. Quadrant rules. Anybody heard of quadrant rules? Anybody who hasn't heard of quadrant rules?
No, I haven't.
I have.
I have a
Okay.
video, but I don't remember.
Okay. Have you scrolled through some SAT paper, some book where you find questions related to sine 90 minus theta, cos of 90 minus theta, and all those? Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
One person means so difficult. Have you heard somebody saying tan of 180 degree minus theta, like that? Have you seen that? That's very important.
I think so,
No,
but
I think I don't.
Yeah.
know. I don't
I don't
remember.
remember though.
I don't remember, but maybe I have.
I'm not asking you to remember how it has to be worked out. I'm just asking, have you just seen this from your eyes? Yes, sir, I have seen at least this much.
I have seen it, but
I've seen it.
yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I haven't seen this either.
Anybody else who has seen it at least? That, sir, while just scrolling some papers, I have seen it at least.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, that's good. Okay. So guys, here is the important thing. This is all coming from quadrant rules. Now, there are certain logic that works behind the quadrant rules. There are two ways. Either you understand quadrant rules properly, okay, or I will write down what is sine 90 plus theta and you have to learn it. Okay, why I am asking so? See, this problem, if you think, which is highlighted, sine 90 minus x degree, cos 90 minus x degree. Okay, if I say cos 90 plus x degree, these all answers will come from either the quadrant rules or you have to just learn it by heart. Option is yours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how it works in the background so that anytime this kind of problem comes, you are very clear. Are we okay? Yes,
Yes.
no?
Yes.
Okay. Well, some people find it very interesting. Okay. They are very excited to learn. Let's study quadrant rules. Okay. And that is why I'm not going to take this very much deeper. Okay. I'm going to only teach you only 2 quadrants. Normally, I used to teach all the 4 quadrants. But given that people like students are not able to just adapt this, I'm going to teach only 2 quadrants. This is, just think like this is x and y axis, and these are houses 1, 2, 3, 4. They go anti-clockwise. This is first quadrant. This is second quadrant. This is third quadrant, and this is fourth quadrant. Please do remember, it all goes anti-clockwise. Everything goes anti-clockwise in quadrant rules. Now, imagine that you are actually living in a community, and many of us has a common friend. Okay, that common friend has a peculiar property, peculiar characteristics. What characteristic does he has? He is a very easy to mingle person. That means in that community, let's say at your age there are 10 kids, boys, girls included, 10 kids. That boy has friendship with everybody. Think of it like that. Okay, so he's a first quadrant person. Nobody has enmity with him. Why? Because he's a very easy person. Okay, you slap over his face, he say, oh sorry, he will go away. Okay, you tell him some nonsense thing, oh sorry, he will not mind. So he's an easygoing person and he's a very good person. Okay, so he welcomes you to his house, and anytime you go to his house, he will offer you, okay, eat snacks, eat this, and play Xbox and everything. So he's a very good person. So he says that all friends are welcome. So he says sine, you are welcome, cos, you are welcome, tan, you are welcome. And so as he allows the reciprocals also, cos is welcome, sorry, sine is CSC, he is also welcome, cos is sec, he is also welcome, tan, cot, this is also welcome. He welcomes everybody. What is the technical meaning of welcome? Welcoming means any trigo function landing in this particular quadrant will take positive value. Am I clear? Like I am positive with that boy. Something like that. Are we clear?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now this is number 2. He is a very specific friend. He likes only 2 friends from the community, which are like him. Some folks are like that, right? He likes somebody who is like him. Okay, treat him like that. So he says only Aditi or Devak are welcome in my house. Others just go away because they love to play Xbox and I am Xbox champion. So I will welcome only these 2 people. Rest, you guys talk about nonsense things, studies and all. I hate all those things. Don't come to my house. So he is your second friend. Okay. Now second friend says, I will only welcome sine and its reciprocal, which is CSC. That's it. Your third quadrant, your third house is also owned by a friend who is a different kind of league. This guy says, I will welcome only sporty person. So he welcomes only tan and cot, who are very much interested in talking about baseball, soccer, and all these things. Okay. And your fourth friend is also very particular. He says, I only like to study. So fourth quadrant person will come and only talk about studies. So he says, cos is welcomed in my house and it's reciprocal. Okay. So these are your particularly peculiar friends. Imagine you take your own analogy. I explain it in this analogy. Okay. Please do remember, first quadrant is a common friend who loves everybody, welcomes everybody. Okay. Second, third, and fourth quadrant are peculiar people. They love only specific people to come in. Okay. What does it mean technically is, if somebody other than sine and cosine goes into this quadrant, okay, goes into his house, that function, that trigo function will take negative value because he is not welcome. He will feel negativity, kind of. And they are not quite welcome. At least we understand this analogy. Yes or no?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Understand.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Sound is interesting till now? Yes or no?
Yeah, a little bit interesting.
Okay. Now, another important thing. Anything that starts with an angle will go anti-clockwise. Nothing goes clockwise. Okay. So the first quadrant is from 0 to 90. 0 degrees to 90 degrees covers the first quadrant. Second quadrant is 90 degree to 180 degree. This is from here to here. This is 180 degree to 270 degrees. And this is 270 degree to 360 degree. Now, a friend of yours comes from an external community, okay? And that friend name is tan of 200 degrees, okay? He roams around the community to find his good place, okay? Now you have to understand whether he enters into the right house or not. Tan of 200 degrees. Okay. So as I told you that anything that starts from here and takes anti-clockwise, right? So if you start walking, that your friend 10 or 200 degrees, he started walking in anti-clockwise, which quadrant will this guy will land?
Quadrant 3.
Quadrant 3.
And 3.
Will he be welcomed?
Yes.
Yes.
I
Or
think so.
quadrant 1. Also quadrant 1 or 3.
Quadrant 1?
Both 1 and 3.
Both 1 and 3. But he is tan of 200 degree. It is not tan of 40 degree. It is tan of 200 degrees. He will go to a specific house only.
Is it 3? Because
Yeah, just 3.
200 degrees.
Is he welcomed?
Yeah.
Welcomed?
Yes.
That means first thing is sure. Tan of 200 degrees, whatever be the value, it will be a positive value. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we all sure?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You should be sure. Yes. Next is another friend of yours comes and say sine of 120 degree. Which house it is going and where? Will it take positive value or negative value?
It goes to quadrant 2 and it'll take a positive value.
Yes or no? Others, please. Somebody.
Wait, can you explain again how we know if it's going to be a positive or negative value?
Who will explain, Nidhi?
So based on the quadrant that it lands in, it'll take a positive or a negative value. So you use the analogy of houses and how people are welcome or they're not. So quadrant 1, every single trig function takes a positive value. For quadrant 2, only sine takes a positive value. For quadrant 3, only tangent takes a positive value. And for quadrant 4, only cosine takes a positive value, and their inverses also take the positive value. And then all the other functions in those quadrants, if they don't belong there, then they'll take a negative value.
Okay, thank you.
How many of you are following? Completely
I
following.
am.
I'm following.
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
I am.
It makes sense.
I now say sine of 500 degrees. Where it is going and what sign it will take.
It goes to quadrant 2 and it
I'll
takes
come to you, Joseph.
Okay.
Devak and Danny.
Yeah.
Sine of 500 degrees, sir.
It goes to quadrant 1 or 2 and takes a negative value.
1 or 2 will not be possible, right? Either 1 or either 2. Sarah.
So then it's 2.
Yes, Sarah. Waiting for you.
It goes into quadrant 2 and it's a positive value.
Aviram.
It goes to quadrant 2 and it's positive.
Now, if I make the same sign, okay, as a minus 500, then what will happen? Will something change or no?
I would say it would change.
I'll come to you. Bhumika, Ikshita. Any thoughts on if I'm changing this sine 500 to a sine of minus 500, what will happen? Purab. Yes, Ikshita, go ahead.
It will change.
It will change?
Yeah.
Okay. Sai Purnima, Purab.
I think it would change.
Yeah, I
Suhas and Shriya.
think it would change.
Okay. Anybody knows where it will go?
I think it would be quadrant 3 negative.
Yeah, I also think it's quadrant 3 negative.
Okay. Who will explain that?
I can do that if you want me to.
No. Karishma?
I understand.
Anybody other than Jetharu? Okay. Here is the thing you should think. I said by default, everything rotates anti-clockwise. That's absolutely true. But that will only be applicable when and only when your angle is written in a positive direction. Like tan of 200 direct, 200, sine of 120 degree. All these are positively written angles. It will always follow this direction. Sine of minus 500 will change the direction and make it anti-clockwise. Sorry, not anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise is a default direction. Clockwise it will change. It will make it clockwise. So that means it will start the rotation from here, cover 360 degree, another 90 degrees, which is 460 degrees, and then it will finally fall in this quadrant. Okay, so finally it is falling under the third quadrant. Am I clear or not clear?
Yes, I get it.
Clear.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes or no? Others, please.
yes.
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 Okay. Guys, you have to bear with me for another 5 minutes. I want to explain something really important. We can't leave this topic. I know it is already 7:28. Okay. Now, when you see that I am writing an angle called sine of 120 degrees. Okay. Where does it land?
Quadrant 2.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ayush,
Quadrant 3.
Anupriya,
Yeah, I would say quadrant 3.
quadrant 3, Purab, Abhiram, Latik. Latik, which quadrant, please?
What was that?
What was my question, Latik?
I cannot remember.
Do not remember. Sine of 120 degree, where it will land?
It'll land in the second quadrant.
Are you sure?
Yes, because it's between 90 and 180.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Ikshita, Nidhi, sine of 120 degree, please.
Quadrant 2.
I think quadrant 3.
Okay. Sarah, Sriya, quadrant 3, quadrant 4, which one is it? Sarah and Sriya.
I still think it's quadrant 2.
I think it's quadrant 2.
So whoever said quadrant 3 can explain why it's quadrant 3, why it should be quadrant 3. See, if you have thought that the rotation would be clockwise and then you come here because 90 degree cross and then this is wrong. Because you anyway have to go anti-clockwise because the angle is defaulted. The rotation of the angle is defaulted to anti-clockwise. So it will be quadrant 2. Are we clear?
How
On
do you
whoever has said,
know? How do you know which way to go, like anti-clockwise or clockwise?
I mentioned that when you have angle written in negative, like sine of minus 120 degree, then it will be clockwise direction. Are we clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now here is the other thing. Very, very important and very, very clear. Sine 120 degree is not something that you know what is the exact value. Do you know that? Yes. Do you know what is the value of sine 120 degree? Say yeah, no, I don't know.
No.
But do you know what is the value of sine of 30 degree? Then you might say, yes, sir, I should learn that because you mentioned that common angles we should try to remember. But since I have calculator, I will do that. Sine of 30 degree is nothing but half.
Yeah.
Okay. Other than that, do we know what is sine of 60 degree? Yes, root 3 by 2. Do we know what is cos of 30 degree? Yes. That is equals to root 3 by 2. What is cos of 60 degree? Equals to half. Okay. I know. But I can't remember more than this. Something it's in my mind I could have written. What is sine of 120 degree? Who remembers that? I don't know. So to ease that, what are we going to do is, we can write this as sine of 90 degree plus 30 degree. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Latik, can I do that?
Yes.
What did I do? I broke 120 degree as
Into separate pieces.
what? What was that?
Oh, you broke it into separate pieces.
Okay. Now treat another analogy. Here is a problematic analogy. Problematic analogy is whenever you are crossing a y-axis, you are crossing a y-axis angle. Y-axis angle is what? Y-axis is standing on two angles. Can I say that the 90 degree and 270 degree angles is the ones where y-axis is standing upon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Because exactly after you come to the 90 degree, the point is here. And exactly after 270 degree, the point is here, and the both angles are on the y-axis. Right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now this y-axis is very strict. Okay, it's like your houses are in two different lanes. Definitely your friend. This guy is your friend. This guy is a friend. This guy is a friend. But there is a lane in between. So when you are moving from here to here or something, maybe it is easy. But this y-axis is very tough. This doesn't allow so easily to pass through. What he says is, if you are passing through me, you will have to change something. Okay. So it says that sine has to convert itself to cos. Okay. But I will give you an advantage also. Okay. What advantage it is going to give? It will say that you are carrying so much of weight, 90 plus 30. I will help you to get rid of this 90. Go away. Sine 90 plus theta, when you are crossing 90 degree, which is the y-axis angle, you can throw away this 90 degree. Sine, but sine has to become cos, and then rest everything can come in, which is 30 degree. And then cos of 30 degree, you can simply write it down as root 3 over 2. Am I clear?
Yeah.
Now
Yes.
the toughness has started. Okay. Now, if you can follow the next part, next 5 minutes, you guys will be good. Another important. I said that passing 90 degree, which is the y-axis angle. You can ask me, sir, can I pass through x-axis angle like this? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Difficult.
It still gives you the same result.
Result is same.
Same.
Same. 180 minus 60. Now,
Yeah,
I do
maybe.
not really have analogy to explain 90 and 180. I cannot explain. You have to, somehow you have to learn it or understand it clearly. The only analogy I can say is when you are passing through the y-axis angle, there will be trigo function change that is happening. But this same angle can be broken into a different way to avoid that y-axis altogether. Okay, y-axis angle, because y-axis angle triggers a change of the trigo function. Sine becomes cos with another advantage. It allows you to throw back some of your load, which is 90 degrees. I don't need you. Throw away. Pass back this time. Similarly, this one is a little better one. He says that you pass through my angle, which is x-axis angle. This is y-axis angle. Similarly, there is an x-axis angle, 180 degree and 360 degree. These are x-axis angle. They do not allow or they do not ask you to change the trigo function. So what they say is you remain as sine only. I don't have any problem. Plus you throw back this extra burden also and get back as whatever you have already. Sine of 60 degree. Sine of 60 degree is also root 3 by 2. Okay.
Can I take a picture?
Of course, you can take a picture.
Thank you.
Now, here is the thing. Quadrant rules is not really very easy. Although it seems to be easy at this point of time, maybe that too, maybe I'm saying. By the next class, you would probably forget this. Okay. If I bring some tough problems, you'll definitely forget. Okay. What are the key points to remember? Traversal is important. Traversal can be made through x-axis angles and y-axis angles. If you are traveling through 90 degree, 270 degree, 90 degree or 270 degree, plus an acute angle. Acute angle means less than 90 degree. Then trigo function change will be done. Sine will become cos. But kind of think, if it would have been tan, then what would be changed? I didn't tell you. If it is CSC cosec, what will it change? I didn't tell you. If it is cot, then what it will change? I didn't tell you. I just told that if it is sine and you're passing through y-axis angle, this will become cos. That's all I told. and nothing more than that. But let's keep it that way. Another important thing I told you, if you are passing through x-axis angle, which is 180 degree, 360 degree, by either adding or subtracting, doesn't matter what you are doing, either adding or subtracting, okay, that also allows you to throw away your burden of 180 degree and simply take the 60 degree back and the value. It doesn't matter whether you have plus or minus. Okay, so it depends on which travel path you are choosing, and based on that, things will be decided. In quadrant rules, people try to avoid traveling through y-axis angles, because then you have to remember what sine becomes, what cos becomes, what tan becomes, what cot becomes, what sec becomes. That is another rule altogether. We always try to travel through the x-axis angles. Okay, guys, this will be all for at least today's session. As I told you, I'm going a bit slow or lighter on quadrant rules because if you remember 100% of what I told you today, I'm telling you, you are already a good student. Most of the students gets lost. Okay, but how much is yours? 50%, 70%?
Yep.
Anybody?
50% at least.
Yeah, I'm at like 70-80%.
Yeah, I'm 70%.
70%.
70%. Yeah.
70.
70%.
Yeah, around 70.
Yeah, 70%. Yeah, I'd say
Okay.
70.
How many of you says that this is at least going interesting?
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
say
this
it's
is
going
interesting.
pretty
I like it.
interesting.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's
Kind of
interesting.
interesting.
If I take one more session in the quadrant rules, you will be the champ. You will be teaching your own teacher. I can guarantee you. But the thing is, it's tough. It's a little tough to understand.
I think I'd like another session on it though.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if I take this as a whole new session for the quadrant rules, last summer when I did it, there were 20 students in the batch. Immediately after that next class, 5 students went away, saying, complaining to their parents that sir is teaching very high level, very tough. 5 students went away. I don't want to lose anybody now. So I don't want to actually go over full quadrant rules. I'm pretty sure maybe few of you will be able to grasp it, but not everyone. So I don't want to touch at that level. I'm going to teach only a little basics in the next class. We'll close
But
it.
will it be on the SAT? Will all of the rules be on the SAT? No? Okay.
Well, see, here is the thing. If you see this problem, right now you are in 90 minus x, 90 minus x degrees. And I told you one thing that is very clear, 90 degree will trigger. It is a y-axis angle. So it will trigger a function change. Sine will become cos, cos will become sine, whatever. I've told you only one rule, which is sine becomes cos. Okay. It will trigger something. In SAT exam, as far as the last 10 years papers I have seen, they have not gone to 180 degree at all. They have sticked themselves around 90 degrees only. But at least 90 plus x degree is possible. 90 plus x degree and 90 minus x degree is a lot of difference. In 90 minus x degree, your quadrant remains this. So ultimately the value is positive. But 90 plus this will become second quadrant. Your value for the trigo function may be negative. That is a whole different scenario. So right now, if you see this problem, you are getting in the B section sine 90 minus x degree. 90 minus x degree means this is 90 degree and then minus x degree. You are getting landed in first quadrant. Cos 90 degree minus x degree, first quadrant. But that doesn't mean that tomorrow the SAT will not give you sine 90 plus x. That is why you are learning quadrant rules. And tomorrow 180 plus this thing will not happen. it's not guaranteed. But if I teach you at that level right now, not many people will be able to grasp it. So I will stick myself to first two quadrant for now, and I will take this.
screenshot of this?
Go ahead, please.
You need to take out the question.
Okay. Okay, guys. That's all for today. In the continuation, we will be discussing more about trigonometry, but at the same time, I would like you to take some time and get an understanding of what we studied today. Books, videos, whatever you want to do, please do something. Come back. The more you are equipped, the more I will teach. If you are, I'm seeing next class also, some people have forgot what was the actual quadrant rule, what are the quadrant itself. That's the end of the story. Okay, so I'm not going to teach very deep of this logic. Okay, but we are going to take some stat problems and then we'll end up this topic. Okay, thank you so much for joining, guys. I will talk to you again on Wednesday. If somebody has any question, please stay back, or else I'll see you on Wednesday.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye.
I do have one question.
Yes, yes, Anaya.
What SAT book, prep book, do you recommend?
Okay, famous one is the Barron's book. Okay. Princeton book is equally famous. Okay. Barron's book I do not recommend unless you are very much, I mean, I should say, if you are good in maths, then only you should refer Barron's book, because that's not easy. Sometimes you really